me tree now a baby or so open tembu atenya one how benya attention because attend the and ya dey pray home because obi nkwa obi daachi na o de eto chacha no say so wo hwe ne na court na kotie court nsempa first 2 days one how be ka say the ogira daka mu no odibim until say second person no so be ba say hey as a way so dibim nti I don't know ma you can say the wheels of justice no grind slowly. There's nothing wrong with that because it is to ensure say proper and true justice will be administered.
Abusia and Dennis Miracle Abuaje or yes spokesperson from the camp of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Yeah, say they all press MPP for Betima Tuabamano say National Communications Officer. Na okopie mu ewo United Television mechira UTV na no pay kwatwetwe komo bebre no a. Na wakosane sane niemem. In fact, Dennis akosane niema mu pa amenne obi a wonya kwan etie Dennis Miracle Abuaje bia hu se o my Ghana ya say ye wo mu no yentie enyema bi ensisi so enyema bi nkoye kura wo kasa efa sa district tribunal ya say NDC aban esan edede ba a ofre ne se we de ya tete kwamu court pa a ye pese de ba ma sabi Ghana fo binom aso eye hye efri se enka ba bi aka bi maminka bi ede aduro o my Ghana mu na his excellency na dan kwakufu adom po be yo mampani wasi court dan ahodo bebre magistrate ni appeals court ni ade court nkurase nyina nya court dan na still na yesi yemfasa na mani nyina nya adwuma na yebesa akọ tribunal dia ene na chest atete kwa sempa ena eye yemfasa bia enhyeda enisho na onya daji kirechire mu chia ye chie no wo airport ni nsema hodo ede to no so ba bi ekoko wie ne no kura enimu ne ta ye tata MPP fo ne chama wontumi a ene wo demo ni case hu sensem no Dennis nyadaje e kasafa ho ye nyadaje na yentie Dennis Miracle Abuaje
mami embisa o se best 2 weeks ni almost 3 weeks bibisa 2 wo news in mo pa personally do you think say would
Oh, AKB, I think say I've discussed this extensively. I don't want to go into it anymore. Let's just leave it.
No, but me person I mean for the purpose of clarity.
Let's leave it.
Do you think say
let's leave
say
it.
even say and some aye kafa wo nyina do you think say part of it and maybe
time time deals with everything until the yenja no
but say money be dealing with it but now what has say there at least I see it
and I say me spend the time extensively to go through it. And I think I want to be fair to both sides.
Okay.
And I say I spend time because Omakwan can release this statement through on same so I had to deal with
about
just
55
that
million.
I had to just deal with that aspect. But maybe
our accountants each year.
Maybe I don't want to go into it anymore.
But enya no crest as our accountant in each year 55 million ibi.
Some yummy accountant no. Ono so
ho. Say per letter na de emu mienu nyina.
I don't want us to bother.
It's not about say you are one person will be David Power. Some of us we want to know.
I'm sure eventually time will tell. Time will break everything out.
Time will tell say.
Time the nyina be.
Say we did bem.
The American nyina ma carry. Oh, say me did bem, say me did phone there, say you na me check. And you will be an individual.
But say assembly o hono ma wan kasa obeka say me teneche na say me sha.
Ay unfair to even the listener, the viewer. As a one kasa one thing. So be a cast as a man home. And I think that we should be fair to everybody.
But I didn't mean yeah say all the to me so make a choice say
say you will be a say church you say why you say won you.
It's what you much woman.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course, I've done that. And see, eventually it will be up to them to accept say in church wona me dem mano. A thousand one say 1,000 but and ye say asem no wo ho na oni omudi nkomo oni omkasa na oni nam na
kasa fa. But at the end they said they will kind of say you've gone detailed about
once it's important. I don't know you're important to just it's in response to almost statement when we release it maybe and
but a bit also just said this is not even where you in kitten other bigger issues are about what to be.
Well, yes, I mean, and those for me are the generic issues that we can all speak about. The fact that it's become like a pattern, like a strategy by governments to more or less try to gag dissenting views near there. We share the with Tribunal, see, the attempt to introduce almost what we used to describe in this country as a kangaroo court, you know, into the country, something that has a very dark past for us as a country. Yewo ebusuakuo bi wo man yimu, yewo nkuro bi wo man yimu a oti tribunal one had the better so because you need the tribunal the ba on my way those times you to me the table see okaishi na ehona na yedi wasem me atwe efi wo store mu na etwa mu pray, you know. It's a the very scary memories a brainy pabebre until you ask yourself what is the objective, what is the essence of the tribunals, what does the government want to achieve, you know, and or you're mindful of how the country feel about our past. Okay, Mbra, I'm penning for the reconciliation committee, but the essence of reconciliation committee, you know, was to say ne be mo bia kwanya no bia to me eyi de won busu nyina afiri ho ne to me de ho ye bone akyeye na oman no yetumi akoye nim nti se osan kofa ne ma bia reconciliation aka ho asem ye nkola asambre na ye hwe reconciliation committee no most of the things that will come up was But say now, when I was arraigned before the tribunal, and the tribunal was set up, and the tribunal, and the tribunal, memories are your war on tribunal. No? It is not to say tribunal, no, papa and papa. It is to say in Ghana, the memories we have of tribunals are dark memories.
Okay.
And that is something a will be a home. I mean, sure, say, what's the answer? One to the air can I say? Tribunal, I say, they are able to see a embrace, and say, I buy and say, court, and a one. In some cohort, a check, why it choked, judges and Norso, court and Norso, until obey introduce the another court, net made in some and tentem. I see, so open tembuataya. What's a more baby? Yea, me tree now a baby or so open tembuataya, one have been your attention. Because attend the and you're there pray home because Obinkwa. Obi dachi na ode eto chacha no say so wo hwe ne na court na kotie court nsempa first 2 days one help because say the original daka mu no odibim until say second person no so be say eh as we so dibim nti I don't know ma you can say the wheels of justice no grind slowly. There's nothing wrong with that because it is to ensure say proper and true justice will be administered. Okay. It is a worker and until we pray on now. Work of tribunal. The current tribunal bill na ya person. So man penny sani the chair say, "O man penny or tia kwenyaso no. Obey appointed lawyer ni baako. Ono be chairman. Fan say judge. Gently. Now regional coordinating council. They be a regional minister hono. Any chief justice in consultation. I appointed ordinary Ghanaians via me.
Oh, say me. It's a bit me ambassador. Lawyers.
No. But the law didn't say they should be lawyers. So say ordinary Ghanaians. Let's be.
Say ordinary.
Law no actually. You see, my young cousin is in a city. Don't enter the head of the one that will do it.
Me enter the head of the one that will do it.
Law no nimdiatia or say chairman on your lawyer. You know say omo makane they don't have to be lawyers. Inti sani pa me say we.
So in say simple other two no so your lawyer
no man your lawyer. That's what the problem is.
Okay.
Inti kese say brand can brand pedesa and kwachiri say me say nyina be lawyers. But I say ordinary. Inti so man here. Inti two ordinary citizens. Any lawyer ni baako. Any betena say nobody wo asem. Aban botaye for saade ne say na tendia contem. Ade ba ko amesua o politics mo amesua ne tempa ne say wunye tumi no wan hwe ne yi a refi hu ne ma bebre
sa
ade be che no bon say de ma ne bi abechekere wo na wa obisa won say ba ne say na me ne say
okay
the best and I think say o mampeni abedeche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan o mampeni ntwentwen so kakra
okay
ne die mu onto ne bo ase
me ba personally do you think say as I say tribunal no in the 1992 constitution yenyi
yes
tina o kan say mampanyini kofo address where you know that reconciliation no one year review to said the Professor Mills Abreso 2010 or more a commission here or mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani money. Also 2025 on also a commission, even though reports are no any natural say EMP. A didn't send a money bibisa and money free honor.
So far, if in 1992 Bepemone, no government has actually reviewed the constitution. Obia Obampeni Mahama Cranson.
No, but at least we're making an attempt. Once I will institute
attempts in the government after government, you know, make attempts.
Because I did EMP, there's a long overdue.
It's the most. I agree with you. So where we are now, and then they say, you need to say, it's a film. So I just say, it's a film. In fact, as we speak right now, me no there constitutional review committee no a kafa tribunal no. Because the full report on the committee no embargo on thing. Sure. It's a who sa report no. You say e dey crowd na Ghana for eka efa tribunals no.
But you use so almost make you almost stand so.
You use other institutions. You see, and yes, you know, tribunals no. So we Ghana back was na say na you see useful in the past. Now how a did mekone akayaka de hye busueku obi nini nkronkro e be den say Ghana for be tribunals atum. Nti recommendation rather than say court ni yensi bi nka ho. So what you say judges ni yenfe bi nka ho because you betumi nye skate nipa mi nsaka e mo ma ye tribunal there and you betumi decide scan fa judges ni there den aka ho. And then if you obekọ especially the high court ni the take kan obekọ ebo be 11 12 na court upon. So what you say? And see,
the policy.
It can be done. It can be done. Now, some introduce technology. So, we say somebody be a work quarter. Zoom gravity me. Normally, now even Ghana have almost a friend say vacation, legal vacation now. Some of the cases, some use Zoom.
Oh, sir.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Most say some of the cases, some use Zoom. Almost send a link. They've started. And see, I had a bit there because you go to some of the courts. It should be what we say issue way. I idea a bit to me. I use another means there the account. So issue sitting now. Okay, carbon may be a baby brew. Na ko yi ni na ko Zoom near there. If we crowd courts to be got tenacity. The only thing they were going to do that day was to adjourn for the next day, but not block it obi case. And all these things can be done, you know, in a way a bit to me at the congested court. No, ni in court ni bin kan. Let's be fair to the sensitivities of the Ghanaian people. Okay. That is all. You see, I say, ma ade bia be o ma we bia MPP ni NDC. Nti enya bana say MPP for ka say there bia. Just a tension at NDC for the MPP ya adwen kra ye be push it through because MPP for ka say there.
Na say see ya
and NDC for ka say there bia.
Se pa unya to me.
I know.
Oh,
we've all been victims before. Oh, say nya to me the pain. Any abo position pain.
Nti ade be na obeka say to me ma oye ya.
Oh, enye me as a person. Enye me as a person, but to be honest with you, if you sit down with both MPP and NDC, they will admit.
Okay, so
NDC crime no kasi. There are members in the NDC here. They may be a koso ene. They are very uncomfortable. Because they have experience from the previous NDC governments and they've gone to opposition, come back to power, you know, but there's something about power. And only the part of a human nature, would all get there. But near my year of national nature, near my year of a what bigger impact on us like tribunals in here. Oh, you bet to me, Ghana for more kakra.
Okay.
Oh, now I can say, they wait there. Send a city and on car, you feel one can be bois. Oh, so that we are going to trigger so many things and causes so many unnecessary. TUC first of all, they know what they are talking about. In fact, TUC and Kasa are one of the major victims and stakeholders when it comes to the tribunals in the past. Businesses. No.
Tribunal
no me ba ye bia MPP before.
No ti. Said they will see o can say esa sembia na MPP NDC. We so ya manyoni, you're a politician. And the mechanic say at the muso say what say from certain angle.
I mean say be
muso say be a must me be di mo some 10 do mako, you know,
president. Tribunal no MPP for kwa Ghana.
I know.
And ya tribunal say at the MPP for cases same kwa Ghana. MPP now MPP for do was saying case in Ghana. So the tribunal is not being set up for MPP.
Okay.
Because what the financial MPP force through, omo yedo saying, yeah, NDC ba be mu MPP for do saying what to say.
Oman for in general na mo koma.
No, but that is the essence of the politics of the day.
Okay.
That is the essence of the conversation and only komodia yedi. Because you see, when you made the thing about MPP, I keep asking myself, MPP 4 cases do was at the court.
Okay.
I need to make us a open tribunal there and intend them. Do was saying. Case do was a bit me a kind. Saying April 5. And see, and yeah, MPP inti, and I mean, you MPP inti NDC air pass tribunal. I don't think so. Because
but I will still come back to
because the American say
maybe I will still come back to a pa it doing sir because
I'll give you an example. I'm an example. I'm an example. Chairman went to me. I was jail for 20 years. Based on Embra, Embra, you Chairman went to me as a yes.
But it's hard to me as a whole no, so
I'm just giving you an example. Say, oh, yeah, Embra to say tribunal, and I say MPP 4 can say, yen say, yen here. Jim put no. Man can say, medium or bemo me end this into them PBMA.
Okay.
So I just say, because, like I'm saying, you know, yeah, I'm ending bra from 3 to 5 years to 15 to 25 years. The first person, Sam Bano, any MPP. You understand what I'm saying?
Into people because at that time none more yes.
It wasn't done for NDC.
No more yes amendment no. Even though you know him say galam say nya de pa ebe ha omanfo even ne dache eso. But ubeka say because that some mo abemo no me yes say na mo point finger say oh NDC 4 year galam say no mo so to be mamo. Professor Frimpong what report both parties ni nyina ebidin ye dey APA mo. But me obinum say there be some amendment and then I'm nim pass pefe ebedi NDC 4
no
and into na mo page no course
no obekaya time as mining amendments in the bio the entire country was calling for harsher punishment for galamsey. Yes.
Okay,
so it's na make sure say the target for that law was not NDC or MPP. And that's why I'm telling you, as a city here, I would not even say the target for tribunal MPP. Because MPP 4 cases do was any war hunting because I open tribunal said. Okay, MPP 4 cases doors one. And the war court be brain and I say, oh, the cases now be brain many tribunal and then the MPP 4 some do was saying.
But when say who be painting, is there a possibility say even more put in word minority for working out part time and almost pass the bill. Do you think say moving forward, they are to Chema to me no. A bad tribunal now, there's a possibility to debate me to NDC 4.
No. The issue with tribunal is not NDC or MPP. They are making and say tribunals are dark memories. We don't also think say issues of law, technicalities, you know, should be left for ordinary people, and especially even the mode of appointing omo mobet national engine this before be be judge you know or court entity bi mu principles be you know ideals a friend is saying philosophies be the level of independent mindedness the level of self judgment near ade nyina are very important. The mere fact of mampeni sorry na ye wo me fan say 30 tribunals no half a pen paper no a troll list of lawyers are no pay no the akose we mu na be chairman. The mere fact that Chief Justice in the Regional Coordinating Council, because Chief Justice, you know, we call Eastern Regional, only nipe or Eastern Region, or think kind. Inti ekase in consultation, Regional Coordinating Council be proposing names abreno. Only no assign off. That thought should be scary to every Ghanaian, not NDC or MPP.
Okay. Inti now no say what's your tribunal now? You need a positive side because Attorney General aka say ebema attend nie ehun I hurry. Because in ASC justice delayed is justice denied. Unyi ni se no nso no ebe boa ma obi because obi on nasem e wo hono ma ebe drage na ekọ ne but at least into are you saying say within 60 days bibi ni e de be hwe aka na enye enough ana.
The entire cases delay or court no. You be say won say e de en. So as you say the entire cases delay or court. Say the issue of you need court dodo. Nti bia judge back okranse be 50 nti in a month no be wetumi tie bia be 4-5 and into the delay there solution here dey solution is say your judges 100 you have 100 nka ho let us say betumi a chance mu mu mienu na ye ayentem say ye pay say a contem so a you have mo ho miensa nka ho. That is the solution to the congestion in court. If the delay is as a result of legal technicalities, obu anasem wo high court ye di asem na also ope interpretation of a certain law. Nti we stay the continuation of the case. In other interpretation go Supreme Court. This is Supreme Court e and sa interpretation aba back to the court. Near to us wa. And no dear. If that is the object there, then that one there is nothing wrong with it. It must stay like that. Because emrana eni nipa ne de ba bedi no. Se nchechemu wom. That's all I say nchechemu or no nchechemu. Yendi asem ne yemfa no kotum na eche no akọ chechemu a. That is a problem for all of us. Because there is a reason why the legal system is structured that way. You wouldn't hear Anthony friend saying judiciary ni yahye ne sa. Say ye do wako court. Say broadcast law. What can be or air. So now see can one can ye. So what you say? Nti emrane say SN ABC now say oh there be o. Broadcast law no so kan ya se na sika no enye sa na wo do chechirem. Na asem kura ye di kura yi. Court a wo de aba no court ni to me say asem na ye kan ho asem no obetena asem no so. So what you say? But the only way you can have that resolved is say obeko Supreme Court. No akọ interpretation. Nti ye ja case na to ho. Oko Supreme Court. Oko Supreme Court akọ say my lord, asem a me di wo high court ni na me gidi say asem na high court di no. Say ni nti no. Omo nti bi sambra, omfa sambra we yen den. Endi nti mu ncheche mu. Ebe take 2-3 months wo Supreme Court kra. Ese so mu cheche mu wi ansa waba. Because man cheche mu a yen to bi fa asem ne yen den. Emra ne mfa ndi wasem. Say Sanya man say my justice system need delay there. There is nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong. Because if you use the wrong law, what the emrano the wrong law, di abena asem na say convictina. What? So even if he has to take 2 years for all these technicalities to be dealt with before only abena be the area. And no. We don't have to rush that. But if it has to do with court congestion, number of cases at court, number of judges said that's only there. Solution is simple: build more courts, employ more judges. There are a lot of lawyers. Omo person mo courts ekoye adwuma. Ah omunya akwenya nko because aban to me yede enfallible. That for me is the solution to the challenges that we have.
Anything good about a tribunal?
No. Ghana had me nipo beti much anything good about tribunal.
No, me
because we have all seen, we've gone through this before. Yeah, court rules are the way that. On my nankasa, yeah, experience tribunals that.
Okay.
And you acquire tribunals. Do be different kangaroo courts. You know, and again, it can be a kangaroo court because all the president needs to do is to appoint a lawyer on pay. Now regional minister, any regional coordinating council, so I recommend any pay me no more pay. Now the more court now was so.
But there's a room for appeal.
For appeal. Then why do you need all these tribunals? Why don't you just allow the courts to work? Why added to the person disrupt your judicial system now?
You see that to be a disruption?
Yeah, it's a disruption. So far, what's the problem? The problem is that your case is in the door, so they're saying your court, and your judges. The solution to that is not a tribunal. The solution to that is not to fast track and use an easy path that could be problematic. Solution is say, Obefa judges do do, no we see court do do. You invest in a no if we really believe say a justice system no is slower. You invest in you see what can I have if you say what come out but what do you what was doing what can run
me too
no maybe some question sounds you done any what do you
maybe some question
and me no can say obi kasa na yetumi do obi kokot say we di o mampani atam tie na to mu 1 year. Yetumi do obi kokot say we di o mampani atam say that to 1 year.
But a good say obi be di o mampani atam.
You see atam die and
it's not even about say you did not too mono but maybe
atam die in our criminal code say me make apem ni Latini Methodist Sunday school teacher. What is the do be atam da? Have you ever heard in any my communication market to you
but because who say entity
but say obi but another person
miracles we are having a conversation who say entity papa then why do you want to normalize obi or no do be the attempt
but you enchi obi ntum for attend there's a difference between morality and a crime and legality threat there a crime threat a crime but insult a crime. So to say the person has insulted the former vice president, Nana Addo the president,
but do you think say Nipa no you need to because of insult and answer because of threats?
Oh, there are people who have been arrested for insults.
Okay, no, because of the lady.
Yes, yeah, you want to pay. That's why I want to pay the channel. We've counted almost about 35 people who have been arrested for.
But a threat, it will move there.
Oh, threat here, threat. Threat here, crime. But insults. This is a man catch threat too. You see, insult. Attend the chinipa. Attend the drink of for my way. You and I mean, they said they be a matter. Who did MPP? Who say did the 5 at 1 So I just say,
I would see.
You know, I'm kind of kind. But I don't know, Kasa. No.
Obi do what?
No. Obi Anderson is sitting no. So I just say,
no.
What do say our communities go ha? What do say our communities go ha? Attend the cry. A friend say actually like a agro.
Na nti atemi ye atwetwe ye agro a nka di nti na obi e ka se wo yere no miensa etimi ye wo ya
eno ya attend ye no miensa de no ye o ka se mo ye miensa wo ma attend you and the waka sama to so no debi waka sama to me so eno ya attend ye oh yeah that's how you know miensa nka ye bone ya attend ye
enya na nti unani wo se nya bone di nti na
ma ye wa kan ye me ya me nti na ye me ya ade a wo ye na ye de ato to de
nti wunni ye no miensa
sen ka me wa anka ye me ya na wunni na wo sa so nya ho asotwe de
when you want to.
And then I mean, look at me bag, me the bag me and so we're parking me, you know.
Oh, but were you serious about that?
I'm serious because I just way serious about. Now you may want to say some more me and Sanka or no.
But some you're politician, into winning said that it's said what can I say yes, somebody come.
Something I mean, change them. It's a bag back. I can
you share a Ashanti regional chairman. Because what's they also over Delvi deeper.
Me, I said me Delvi deeper, me Delvi into it.
But we near maybe one so I'll be clear, mammy and son of do you think such a wound to me in the Brian day in Tansa board look to a more copim say 20th year judgment a buy, you know. Then also ye shot ana.
Oh, such a man to me the union name say politics.
When you name
oh, maybe I won't into but and your politics are
your politician.
Say your politics are and your politics bar on my way. Galamsey baby two no. Omo mutu. Omo kra excavators aba. Omo excavators ye omo de ye ni mu nyina nim bebre ya body de bia. Omo ankasa omo de two omo num say omo ye galamsey bebre. Nti ade na won to me
na de na mo so we be aka so ye galam say na wonnim so say illegal mining boni aye nyene ka say tie to the tangent say ya amende ho embra e din na mo so mo report
say ya report ya bre me first person me the photos of ni page na omo gina ho yen so mo nyina ho omo gina akokari friend saying senior high school.
Okay.
Wall echi galamsey. Me be to me Facebook ko. Me the first person. Ade echi na police ko na ko pama omo. Ko hu nipa no. Na. Me ba o se me ka
Facebook wall.
Na me tag you so mo ko ye.
No mo hu anga so mo ko ye. There has to be a follow up.
No, omo ko ye. Enye me pe na minimo na so man peni anga sa ko bie na num tu anga se o ka se onim se ne nkrofo ni bi ka ho a na oboa. Nso onimo mo. Ye nyina enimo mo. Nti aso chema won to be being used as a scapegoat for political. You didn't say I want to be the anti-port demu here because of galamsey. So you didn't know. Because of ninsem, the numun
but so kokoti inka say ninsem.
Oh, Sunday enim. See, there's a difference between the enim and the eda pono so.
But say we embra na di.
Oh, ebi me no problem. Embra there, see, embra there you to me the use no ye there pe bia. Embra no to me. Wetin dey there pe bia. Say wo no ebi betima ye bone. But that ban say me dey achew. But the same bone now here no be for ya say ye no be court. There's a big difference. Chama won to me asem nipa nankasa okọ asase no so koye galamsey na chama won to me ono no oni ko so why koye galamsey o nipa nankasa okọ asase no so koye galamsey so ono no yamfa na yam prosecute no so no say yam prosecute no nti ya ban choice it is a me catch say 2 minute embra de aban betu me use no so pe bia nti na ya ni aban twen me nti me ni aban twen because the aban person de ye obi aso person ye wa or the bayo. Aha.
Nti mo ma person mo di bi ye obi ana.
So e bia o example bia betu me de ba. At least me wo chema won to me de ye wo ho.
Aha. No baby sa.
Ye de me nkai. So kai no betu me aka but me chema won to me de ye wo ho. Ye nyina nim. O man yin just say wo person o pretend na onim say chema won to me scapegoat. He's a political prisoner. Or he's in jail because of politics. Say chema won to me ye politician. E na na nko ye galamsey mpo a me nyini so kedem. Ko mo ye galamsey se bebre ni mo nyina.
But na wo kana ya na mementi ase.
I won't say no man penika na what say.
Say the usika say wunni mo
no man peni kan na so man peni so kan
me no na
dey be ba so no so kan na ono so kan say ono so ni mo o na o te na say ono no ko to me but the opposition me say me opposition me need to me
and who would to me the and can dem mo to ho but say abre no so anam wo to me professor Frimpong Boati go no anka say mo member obo bi dey adeti na mo so
onye professor Frimpong Boati report no say in fact in the western region omo here the biggest we finna say participants e wo galamsey NDC for it's in the report
na one can be so amfam
o kafa ye so ye ho
na de na mo nti
ye tunu ha na mo nti na kwhwe ye time almost about 170 people were sentenced for galamsey
was sentenced o mo da so dem one so o ma serve o
no say various even one 6 months even one 2 years even one 3 years they were sentenced yes no you have to check yes nti the point is that galamsey from the bebre say you want to me na you want to me Ashanti regional chairman kan sem
so you admit sending sem your kan yen so no na enye
no enye say enye na mo say woka politics be ye say woka sem tia me na tem benye to me a de me pe na metumi de to me ne ye
so ba wonim so kan bibi tia o man penye
no man te so di na tem ana anti bibi sa minim so ye politics say so man penye so kan sem ene NDC for so kan sem tia ku for that is why I always have a problem let me tell you one of the things that scares me a lot is when I feel that the America, ebetumi am obi gwefu no I me bone.
Okay.
It scares me a lot. I'm very worried about it because otherwise, what is the beauty of the democracy here away?
But sisi ana hu ne se wo kan bibi e kan krofo anti ebetumi ayo bone.
Debi.
Na ne dan na gamali no be hia yo kan se ne nkofo se wo kasa dodo na.
Nti na maintenance no. So I just nti na maintenance no. Say adentia yen kasa. Uko other countries so much to. Yensen omo. Uko other countries so much to. Yensen in other countries Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, how much to no mo didi nkomo yensen omo say yen dey be ya na say be sra no pa na be ka say me no nya adwen wo so be 24-hour economy 133 untumi ye nti wasa bo modern national ya sade wasa untumi ye nti bia me kan e ye wo ya say me toto but en fa no ho abufuo mfam weni be tata me say na me kan tia say because after all the NDC for katia MPP aban ye akakotambo
monka kota
nti afia dey
bibi sa o monka
baby na dey be NDC for kai say wo na say na ye ba ha Ekufado ye kromfo Ekufado ye say achim mafia thief shortman devil why you say money din bebre and this for to me here chichire throw book ejapade throw book nyina hye Ekufado why na ndi Ekufado atem e wo man we mu why na ndi Ekufado atem what say obi ka say na ne buefu no say no nti me dey be me view there speech should not be criminalized speech should not be fashion ho say duma ya see e be ya friend of politics here see leadership in politics ebi say odo ho bedi mu a de ye ka de bi make say footballers and politicians ye nipa bi a obi emu wo mu ye bo mu di mpin na nke Ekufado tuwe Ekufado o man tem obeti babo ni say Ekufado papa peni ogodi 8 years o man tem anka ba say friend Ekufado His Excellency John Dramani Mahama John Mahama uko street obi ya say John Mahama no na tim antemu a nko ye nyina ye papa onye nyina ye ja nko beti ma friend John Mahama Stephen Apia should be native efia kwakodu ye da so bo ni din pain politicians ni footballers ye sanity ya obobo no ambo ni ye be di watam sa na politics so be di mu asa nti as a politician you can't get sentimental and emotional about speech you can't to me just say be a threat ana ebia ebibia etwe abo so like defamation near there no there you can deal with that
until nipa now so do you think say yes so what you're right you defame him
yes
so will you take the person
so when say me Methodist ni me sanso ye Sunday school teacher
sir
ai nti imagine say wako Sunday school na o kire nkola say mwadwaman entrepreneur near there na Methodist for so yen worry more than one na obekwa so na be that Sunday me kwa no nyina hwe me ni kanche
and you be taking nipa no kind on
there be for now no me should them to me see fee first
okay fee just say
makazi bag try no two abeka on dia ka one the because so dey ka it be ka dey ko do baby na say afi dey finally
painful baby o meet me akopa che
na say painful ni bi say kwaku enu kre painful no kra je ko omkra ye convinced
and then dey na won so ho ahome
baby see a couple so
for any convinced there because there are people because adie we dear miracles betimi but when kwa de ontimi nye but obi ntimi nsan wuti wo ho de ada
there's a question for near 6 2 say mid kwaku de onti sa ontimi yes
na 4
no say kwaku ye de ebedi we check no mu chechire mu ansa eti e kasa oh gidie de say nipa ni gidie de but egu me ho fi me kwa sorry a Sunday me kwa sorry hwe me ni kanche Mount Calvary Methodist Church na
yeah
yeah hwe ni ka oh na ye o ya say e wo bisa me
no what
church no say so for me to me yes
it
me go so America but it's defamation is a different thing altogether threat a different thing why do you defame somebody now wo cassette your man penny your Mahama and now wo threaten no say wo be kuno so I just say but wo cassette your man penny your Mahama what to say you see oku na twie 35 you know the bar power no nya boni bia e you na kan obi na kan na wo quote
na wo reiterate
yes I know nya boni nya bra na makwan na wo no wo betra de bia wo nka say dia awate alleged wo nka de bia na nka ye chi asanka wo dem
so say the one that near me
no I'm just saying into speech there ebi ye nyina ye nka mbom ne nka nchira ban say yes no the one ye speech you can't do that
but I cassette almost much for no so one can show almost so almost
I would always advocate anything na me cry me use me
because I be one man what na wo see
I would advocate instead de bia me use me ho as an example say look at me as a mentor hwe me me need so be cassette ya ban we say me but won take that say me no me nye bi mpo da
okay so when the answer map personally do you have a problem with now the executive secretary occupy former
no I don't have any problem
won any problem there any didn't na we yinedi
me yinedi o ma cheche mu sa me yinedi me say ti o
but won aka say we yinedi which I'm sure say won video
me yinedi
when you marry Sanda
one can okre me yinedi
one can okre
me yinedi metumi
one can jene so one kwotena nchen
baby say me catch you say na institution no enya aban na tuya workers neka enya aban na afa workers no
okay
it's institution na afa workers na tuya workers neka
na wa wo for how long
oh for a couple of years me koto no
okay
koto no institution na afa workers na tuya aban neka but na institution is ke omo no se ka se yekoso wa de tuya workers ka ye just can find ye adwuma se ye no nti me ka che omo se enye ono pe be nipa be 6 bi se me ko finance ministry ka get clearance me saka clearance na abi do bu nyina ye den aba and the 2 months kana me saka clearance no
okay
me the message kra e wa ha me friend no e dey the documents ba ye na me gina appointment letter ba no
nti ma na be ye osan be ye adwuma ni
yes me na me e ma ono kra o the you can read this send you know no a screenshot
yeah gamali okay IMCC OD okay Madam, for your attention. Hi, no. I called. Okay.
I know your time was submitted the documents.
Okay, I called.
Both on the CVs near the
number isn't going through. Your letter is ready. Thank you. Okay, Jog picked up. Thank you so much. He told me I will send the boss message. God bless.
This is when.
Then all right.
This is time on no coffee or be funny appointment letter. Inti man pamono. When di no cre. Ne letter me no be fa free me ho. Me na me man permanent job. Yes. Me na me come it's okay. No.
But na oni ni share before na be kona onye obi on na share baby ada.
No.
Oni ni ko e mo anya kasa bi ada.
No. It's okay.
Okay. Do you think that miracles say no na be catch me.
So me na me pen
me here. Say on ada pass why here.
Clarification.
Me pacho but do you think so town?
Debbie, menjin is what time.
Unyin is what town.
Men so men time no.
Okay.
The tibia me jamano. The tibia me jamano conscience. Me jamano conscience. Yeah.
But after no makasa.
Debbie.
O message you so. But so that's one number.
No, na so me wo.
Me no better na.
You no penny nipa and me penny nipa obi aye ne sa. It's normal. Say e kosi ya.
I dey say I'm sure say Bia enye screen any. I mean, let's be realistic. You're not happy about the whole thing.
I don't hold grudges.
No, you're not happy about it. But why are you making it look say, oh, enye say, oh, normal?
Method is I don't hold grudges.
To you, it's not normal.
I don't hold grudges. What if I'm not even alive tomorrow? What if he's not? What if we are not?
Miracles.
In life now you live, you don't know what's up tomorrow. So I just say, you don't have to wake up in the morning and bear grudges against people. Obi ani the ntia or ye bibi tia o. Or ye tia wa wo me personally. Obi oni me bia nim say me no nya kasa say na kra cha no pa na masia for na yakasa. Because bibi anya ya say oni obi nya ntokwa na rebe che say oni obi na akọ na yi ase na okoso. I don't want that to happen. He knows why he's done what he's done. It's in the past. It's okay. I forgive him. We move on.
Okay. Mami Mouth, the 18 months, and I mean, Obefa Benyo Kunye or Nejuma. What assessment ASA? I mean, percentage wise, Obama Abine say?
Oh, I think the Cassie Hepa de Abino, if you are 30-20%.
30-20%.
20 to 30%.
20 to 30%.
20 to 30%. But the me find 30%. If I inject 30%, I mean, the mere fact say Niamani be or to say be also about Befa ministers 50, you know, Niaman Ketenketano, and chain on why? So I just say, why yes, Niaman, but Niaman
who said the next Animan Ketan, I want swama, yes, say young Wistica.
They be no ministers 50, no musica board doors or saying one ministers here 150. And see, and why? Instead of make us say no peripherals or no.
Okay.
Nominal number say me ba me 15 why nti you remember the max wo but e bo no ye drink no bet the max na so
okay
because 50 ministers no the cost is more than 150 ministers no e wa ban we mu and na niema potin a o man ni gina so the to aba ma ban na ban into me here ba kompo ye
it said here
oh lim say aban we ba no niema mu gina so pa say into aba mo ye employment and the cost of living inuma and abrabomu, you know, cost of living.
The cost of living is higher.
Higher. Naturally, my dear Baku is higher than in the past. Me no kase bisa Father Dixon. Electricity. Se Father Dixon to Obama NDC ya. Ade Baku be jina so to Obama NDC ne se. NDC catch na so mo ba electricity cost on better so akofem. They said it verbatim. I didn't know on to Obama mo. Oba to Obama because Father Dixon yes Saturday late night show. From 7 mwa.
9.
Kopem be a 1-2 AM depend on controversies among the beba. Ebo okra mutumi yakopem 3 somebody nyina o tu electricity bill it is obi ba no so better so man obeto man be nei Fradex electricity bill a cost by 24% in just 12 months would you this so you happy
12 months 6 12 or 12 yeah 18
no within 12 they can afford and also ba but within 12 months almost to call 24% you so a cost close to 17% would you say any beje here there were some teachers now omo schools mu a omampani kom school unity fa roof mu lankwese mu e ka kire omo say me hye mo bo me be omampani a mu nyina mu benya automatic placement that is say wo wie school a untena fie biem wo wie na wakwa kire ade omo nyina te fie omo mpa ya form adwuma mu a wo beto omo say omo ye teacher for say wo tu omo ka bepe mo ne untu omo ka ema mo da so ye adwuma 17 months 18 months 16 months untu omka ujidi so mo ni beje the millions of young people are wo ka kire say aban payroll workers also 800,000 workers wo be making sure say private sector and public sector e be 133 one job 3 people na che say 800,000 e wo ho no wo di mienu ba be den aba be ka ho me a young person na me pay adwuma na sa wo kasa asem we kyerɛ me a and found the MPP I am me to abama wo did say ne ya untumi fa 133 in by who deserve these young people e be di wechi obi tire fie for so many years no need that so and on mampani kufo e the basic education be free and another dan kufo the senior high school be free and unti for the first time in history ne busua obi antumi nko school nko echeda but for the first time in history the busua akọ school akọ basic school free wabekọ secondary school free owie secondary school betin fie pe and party for ba be ka che ne say ye ba beto aba tutia na na dan kwaku fa de MPP omo akọ secondary school free no tuti omo because mema wako university ni free first year no obekọ ni free metua ma huntua he na akọ school free wo sorry obefa bag na akọ school fees no metua ma school no nti won hia kra say won admission a obakọ tie bibia stress free level 100 fees and I will promise you bepe mo ne not a single Ghanaian student and when you stress free level 100 fees not even one
But when the portal buy one form, putting their details, and I went
you see, and that is always where that is they're not a problem in this for war.
Okay, so he says,
Messi will be any be a church room. Or man penny casa UPSC or lunch stress free level and or say. On who the entire Acolano a year into Obo no course secondary school free. I feel we secondary school or Beko University no.
Not your problem.
Not your problem on Yeska. Until what he is going to do next year, obey our barrier and every hall. It will be paid to the universities as grants. Until we know admission, near Chies Canama University as grants. So the other year is over for back. Your car no now go school. As we speak, I can be anywhere when you admission our father bag go school. Just so pay school fees in between. And nothing even the last 2 academic years or mobile yeah admission no. In Kwalabebre, omu secondary school, so going to be uncle school. Free SHS. What is our Kwalabe BEC year or person called secondary school I went to be uncle? Because when you in school in Kwadi, they answer over for bag na wako. Yes, be a uni bag. And now we mpaboa obeshe and it was uncle. But we were school ma uncle school in yanka say between school fees now we are buying between amount. As we speak, yes, I will besia. And now we see ye mobi mauska. Eko tria ema University of Ghana answer echire no wako fele form. Na utie ye abaye tuya amount. Nti nkola dodo o mo ntumi nya bosia.
But ebinum tie ye ya ma abaye na tuya.
And I said you know what that maybe the loan e school. And now what that? Enti what was the promise? Me the senate to loan in a University of Ghana. Sa time no me ma me kobo besia. Na me dey go school.
No me come stress free.
Me ma always make sure say no me say if the stress free loan no more kind stress free fees no more kind.
No, but the stress free wasn't loan.
I am telling you that if the stress free policy was that kopes kan tua. Na wo mu wi na me tua ma wa nkan kwala ne nkosa line to ma ndisi abayo.
No, but that was when that time on na nye say abayne ko wi ska oba. I think say na e be take effect and you that time na mo fani bia ko.
But absolutely the two academic years in sanete they have two cohorts. Aka two pe no mo abayne free school. Within the 4 year tenor on the fan kwala no 4 times.
But mo make sure omo asa nipa no ko bobo sian kwa no ko ya say we tua.
See the problem wasn't those who could afford to get a loan. Because yeah, muna you betumi afford any loan there. Na yakọ dada. Even no na heading. Ni yakọ.
But say we no.
How about the problem was omo wie school a. Ote adeso akwala bia ye de ne ye poster boy on free SHS. Adeso okọ free SHS yi. Oso eja, okọ fomu kodo. No waso eja. We wie school we nya all A's. Not ya adeso. You be say ade na won school. O say me ni sika me de be ko tua school fees. Enti me do se me boabo escano na minya na metumi akwa tua na metumi akọ school nti sa akwala we no se won tumi nyeska amba school na ebe dey na wa apply na wa refund ya ma no wa get na fie still. So the real problem which was those who could not afford to have the money and go to school still remains.
Okay.
And last year and this year in college admission no still I don't want to me anko school adentia de anitia yen to me nya bosi anko ankotua no wakafie and they are the same people until I go for stress free because I didn't stress free I didn't still I mean go through stress and copy besia and so what to me to your back mama that is where the problem is.
There can see another side that would feel say abai intimi and for feel ya tema woman is
no several of them
yeah but talking about so can several because I think you're not being fair to Abai because 4 years.
Okay.
And it's based on just 18 months, and I say even say 1 year crampona 12 months. I didn't see any one train, you know, a fourth time. No, I said put in near my win you together, and no dear yet I see.
What a problem no.
Are they?
I go be safe no pa. Policy bia we say
into the first 18 months and the
first 18 months by the first 6 months na free SHS aba by the end of the first 12 months na napko aba by the 18th month na ambulance aba by the 17th month na you start your friend is saying special development project. It doesn't mean say na ye wie free SHS ye fi abemu kra na still ye go so ye implementation but what started nti mama bisa a question chemiade ba ko under 24-hour economy a MPP aban e de ato akwemu in the last 18 months e man ma ogidie say by 2028 June Ghana ha ye be 133 mama ba ko say ye hu a ye be ka say ogidie o ho mama ba ko example mama ba ko Unibi. That is where the problem is. And the issue is not about the fact that no, we need to be one kawaka. The problem is yes, be expect to say Ghana, the BIA 24 economy 133 say no mo kan no. But you perceive who say Masha see the near be ato akwemu. Ade a omo so omo year ato akwemu for 24-hour economy no. Any 24 economy promise omo e boy bra. Say mo kosi market. O come area omo si market to ebrew. Every market, we say 24-hour economy. Okay, so what?
Clinic, you know,
how is it coordinated? How is the 24-hour economy market connected to the fact that we say Boomerang nightclub second price waha? We say Boomerang nightclub wahi. Oman penny be no muton ka say Boomerang nightclub ebe ye 133. Nti kenna no pay about 8. Omo mo kwa edwuma no na jono kwa club.
Enti we can't the way compare more day and now we can say how sustainable was it? Abra even says the first 17 months and as the 18 months and on a buy, you know.
By the time I feel, by the time I know, yes,
700 cities now.
Every policy, yes. Into the fatwa kwemuna HS and run time for fix it. What's starting in Temwa? Now who HS in Temwa? No, in your time I fix it. Now, 18 you won't start here. See the men are best starting the way who HS no.
Okay. Do you think say more communication problem? And untina we are what say and yadi impose will call for position there, but when we say lapses or one tin and me, we say we call national communication director.
Make us say your communication problem. Make us say as a party, BBA you do no. You hear communications directorate a year lethal in a very positive sense. Communications directorate in a very positive sense. Communications directorate a year focused. Communications director to me in the midst of the chaos. Dede ni mu no it be sunny in nsem ni mu ema Ghana ni etse nsem na se. Communications director to me the asem no ekọ Ghana ni bia pon ano na echeche nsem ni mu.
Then more problem with communication.
Only problem. You see you don't
because how we need one man can want to identify sa loopholes nyina a wo ba be
some introducing new program or YouTube and it is a more problem more enhancing UTV anamboa so we introducing new program or UTV say
UTV asem na
say UTV so is an organization oba
come
before
me say miracles
presenters wa
come
no problem with you but
communication
but for that one back to take the show to another level say na yeso ye dey na kwakoye oba to take the show to another level. It doesn't mean say no problem or at every point it's our assessment. Baby you do there. Yenya abena ebeboa no de yakoye nim. Sa pepe na MPP pepe so we do no. I don't think we have a problem. I think that we need a certain type of leadership for your communications directors and going forward. Me no me view ne say niema miensa. You hear communications director e betumi aka nsem no nokremu na Ghana for ate ase. You see Ghana voter no sisi abia ye duru no Ghana ni bia koto abɔ hwɛ na brabom teacher ni bia ni wo sɔre koto aba keke okoto aba sɛ deɛ na aban no ɛya ma teacher fo deɛ na amanyoku MPP sɛ ɔmo ba ɔmo ɛya ma teacher fo nurse tailor dressmaker mechanic unemployed young person student obi ɛhwɛ bibi nti ekwan ben na yebetumi afa so na ya cheche nsem no including comparative analysis yede beto nsaniye so na yesusu say MPP ni ndc no say na MPP for yema unemployed youth say na MPP so ye na yesi ye ba say na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so be ye no so fact based conversation is very important. That is what we are going to build. Fire or facts no that's a passion ni ho a o hekra o so no pass ahoɔden say to be so pie de ni Ghana for kokasa won to be enya. I'm going to bring that fire into the MPP comms architecture. I feel strategy. Ade ni nyina no ukra fact na ukra passion no so strategic. Omo ani omo dele no ye no makopen. I was there when MPP lost 2008. Me wo ho na MPP lose 2012. Me wo ho na MPP win 2016. Me wo ho na MPP win 2020. Me wo ho na MPP lose 2024. My polling station youth organizer. My polling station chairman. Constituency deputy youth organizer, constituency youth organizer, municipal chief executive. I've been part of the architecture of this party for at least 23 years. Me who the wins and the losses. Meaning the SCA in times like this to drive your communications directorate, to ensure say you be to me win 2028 ye de ne say ye be magana fo ehu de ntia say to abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne entuntia NDC amayoko ye de no and it should be based on the issues that affect the Ghanaian people no how to mobilize these people na ye momo inspired leadership because you see enemy no can say you obey 48,000 communications officers at the ground polling station electoral area about 40,000 at the polling station about 8,000 at the electoral area level. Yeah, the constituency officers can na fe ye the social media volunteers nyina ene your communication volunteers nyina kan ho a ye betumi 100,000 omo hia kendini a obetumi de sa ahoden sonko na hye omumu no mo soro no pa mu se ese soro na ekoku ye ho ma MPP ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eno ne de me de ba upon so and that is why at this crucial juncture no mini choice enye me pe enye me pe ba party no ehia me
okay
party ni hia obi a owo misu ni me ban ene me nseso se me nya ya bia nka ma ebi fufuro me nya ya nka ma ye adwuma fufuro
na o advice o seko for the position
me ni mpedifo bebre akasa me ni o mampeninkofo akasa me ni me flag bearer akasa me ni mpedifo bebre
mpedifo support seko
omo gidi se metumi contribute
okay
to the comms architecture of our party and I promise you here MPP for Hwemi anope nyina from the polling station to the constituency to the region members of parliament shemu nyina bo se you better build one of the most sophisticated communications architecture on my way. You won't be paying. Untumi penetrate.
Untumi penetrate as in.
Untumi see ye opposition party won. What do you say? Obema vote and who the NTR won way better than the one in government.
Okay.
Now was answer punchy holes into a buying on the near untumi yet. The same no can say. Udum say a Greater Accra within the last 1.5 years unemployment are increasing by 14%. And no, it's the job of the opposition party to let the voter understand, to let the voter know. A bosha buy with the young people, some about them more no. One sorry, keke. One of the things I learned in the political science class, and I said, voter no. Man, Jane said, oh sorry, who said, you have to remind him, you have to draw his attention to the reason why Otifi and Ope to me. I have buying in here. Actually, it is the government. Promise I buying the ma wa okoye line to man when this so. Yen juma no. Say you best sobe na dia ahoden stronko akone ni nipa na kokasa enti because you ntumi penetrate here and this if we so be bribri omo because me hum tem bi omo say nenam sa na ye ni nipa na kasa because you be kofem you be ko polling station level
ba mo pa
no some of them minimum no mo so ni mi o minimum no mo ni mi ago ye die ni ye this ago for 23 years
okay
minimum ye this ago for 23 years minimum no mo so and no mo te ase
okay enti when they say one o man for especially womo a wo pay vote e dey free womo ho no e dey ade na wusu say you so unique about your pay niam a wabobo su nyina dey be na stand out pa hu say obia intimi match unti womo fo mo ni ento
so me sua adwuma na che omo be ka so omo ne be ko ni nyina me mesua adwuma na asen omo
oh ti wo hu womo
oh me sua adwuma na asen omo ene ba ko no mienu me sua ye no so ma fasua hu no be bi ye free mu
okay
miensa experience amenya by virtue of voluntary responsibilities are my within the com space no my ko actually
ade a me pe ba ko no na afi de wetwe mu miensa
o senka me kan nan
kra o se
nti sanya mani nyina ma me ye sonko kakra because edwuma no ye nimre on se 2020 na ben nti wo hia obi a we hu ade ne ni so pen se na be ya ko ye koi me no e try na ro minim be bia ye form so wo
okay
minim be bia ye sinto wo because I was part of it as a volunteer, as a contributor, even though I didn't have the full mandate. Inti me ba minim say we dey ye ni ye nti ensum aha no kai say me twem ye ni say amfa nti no ye the first year ebeboa sa unique feature na ade ameme de ba e bia obi foforo nche dan ye den eni nti omu nyina akwa no me gidi say omkrati asese no say anka ye nyina kabom na ye ni miracles ye adwuma ye sisia kabeboa o de ye 2028 free ho ye free ho na obia ye den aba be ka ho because so hwe party a be bi egide ene mra wo mu ne short period die anka mama miracles ko na enyina
wo opte commission ka wo be ko unopposed
oh there be unopposed there say enye me choice but I would consistently engage obia obe pese onem be ko na mama no oh yes omunyina ntoma me omunyina nka me ho na ye nimre
okay
ntinka bia ne de kakra owo no konfa nka me de no ho na me so me dia besu over the period me fa nka ne fa yema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
so aba no emu wana
o de be September 19th
Nothing. I was time na year short amount.
There be na party so be any me party na me so me be ah.
But say no be anim say wo be ko.
There be minimum be ah. Omo beto aba no. Minimum be ah fie, minimum be kuro, minimum be police station, minimum be constituency. Omo nyina nso nim me. Say me no mo na ahwe.
Gana nyina.
Omo de tra ho. Omo say me no mo na ahwe abomu ah bepe mo de. Okay. Say me no mo na ahwe abomu and even the stakeholders. The other stakeholders within the com space are omo critical for the party. Media, civil society organizations, NGOs there some nyina ye krofo a me ne omo ehwebom nti I'm very confident say with this mandate we can make a lot of difference for the MPP.
Nti o share percentage wise ye pon one say obenya be say
oh me win it
obe win it saying bless
sorry
you.
me win it their votes are many there and no one how can say make it to me
oh ngan to I mean minimum be ko so obenya 80%
say nkwam na che nyankopon amaye hoden na se sada no beto ye nko ade a oh na so kwanu say me win election
but me aka say na because me na me
to beautiful like this that me win even me competitors kwa beto because omo gidi say edwuma no metumi aboa me yaye enye me na me koye edwuma no me be boa keke na me ni omo ye edwuma no
mate miracles yeah the best year but me saying here will be the same after elections and even prior to that na
say edwuma me no never be it's every week
now me who say me kind the last time me who me kind last time I met say oh ayo mate mama na was ba me name say bibi for adbet o chat so na
oh they make it chat one say Mr. MPP for delegates you know say me to me ho asi o me de me ho ama say party no nyina enter mechi
okay
na maintenance require no now, you see, from now to 2028, communications are critical. The real operations, like I said, for campaign, they be a first quarter 2028. The free Sunday 2028, communications are very critical. Okay. Me too me when was an opera, we are naming they are to me, I be an amabo in ano. Near to me, a teacher and Tokro and this for you more Moyana Trocanim. Near to me, Magana Fonso, whom Dr. Mahmoud Bami and this I didn't know more summon. May Yabwa. And some of them offer to among farm mandates in the mammy. Na memboa boni pa na ne yemfa yesa adwumade no ahobrase mu
okay ebusia for Dennis Miracles Aboagye National Communications Director hope for NOD na semato when no Miracles ya dase na paper
me so me dase pa
na sa wo former office one dey ye be di hu nkomo pe
former office dey na so me nim dey here no so house me no bia mbode na me se me dey ache no
how dey ache no say me say na do is 55 million
enye hwe me dey ache
mo check was 20
I think
5 million
me dey ache no why enye hwe